How many books can a person collect under one roof? A person in Namma city has an answer to this question, as he has collected over 15 lakh books, which also include comics and dictionaries. He also has a huge collection of stamps and coins belonging to various countries.
Cartons of books and comics and dictionaries are haphazardly strewn around. But it is not a bookstore. It's a godown which stores a collection of over 15 lakh books. You name it and you get it here. Tippu Waseem Pasha, resident of Jayanagar, started collecting these books and even rare coins and stamps when he was 10.
Well, I was like 10 years old. I started like collecting coins, pens, comics. I mean, lot of collectibles, whatever I could get my hands on. And since childhood, I was a little passionate about collecting things and preserving the history of our culture, and which has more sentiment values and emotional values attached to it. Whenever you should see anything which is literally old, used to get my attention towards it. I mean, I used to fall in love, and I used to give my best in order to collect them and maintain them, as much as I could.
Although Pasha has a good collection of books today, his first hobby was collecting coins and stamps. Later he developed an interest towards books, and the result can be seen at his godown.
To be honest, I started collecting coins first, and then I moved to stamps. Then I moved to rare books, which are literally out of print, and the first edition books. It started making me more passionate as the years started passing by.
His collection grew along with his age, and as he earned through his job, he spent the money on increasing his collection and maintaining it. According to Pasha, an amount of around 50 to 60,000 rupees is spent on maintaining his collection.
I completed my graduation and I started working for MNC companies. And when I started working with MNC companies, I should save a lot of money to invest on more collectibles, spend time with my collection and maintain it. And maintaining is a big challenge. And I've been, spending almost like 50 to 60,000 rupees average a month in order to maintain my collection. And plus, whatever I could save money in order to, invest more on collectibles.
Pasha's book collection has books from all sectors for all the age groups. The books include novels, storybooks, comics, books on information and technology, music, and much more. The dictionary collection includes old editions, some over 100 years old. He has dictionaries of various languages, including German, French, and those pertaining to various subjects like botany, medicine, history, science, and much more. Along with this, he also has a large collection of comics which can attract any kid in town. This includes Tintin, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Phantom, and the list goes on. That's not all. He also has a collection of Sanskrit manuscripts on handmade paper. It is rare to find these manuscripts in this century. At present, he has close to 6,000 comic books, 5,000 dictionaries and 3,000 first edition books and some manuscripts.
You talk about like gems, you talk about dictionaries, you talk about comics, you talk about collectibles, you talk about automobile books. Either it's dictionaries, either it's cookbooks, either it's hobby-related books, either it's atlas, world atlases, because every few years we have a new mapping together. So I kind of collect all those books and I keep referring to it. And my collection fulfills all the doubts. Like if I have any question about any collectible that I have, I refer to my own collection and I get an answer.
If you think it is only about the books, then take a look at these coins. Pasha has a good collection of coins which he has collected over the years, right from coins minted during the times of India's ancient rulers and the emperors of other countries. Pasha has everything in his collection. The rarest piece in the collection is an Indian dollar. Surprised to hear that? Take a look at this coin. It's an Indian dollar minted in 1941, valued at 2 rupees and 8 annas. It also has the image of King George VI on the other side. This is not the only surprise in his collection. These two 1 rupee currency notes look similar. However, the new note was printed in 2015 and the other one was printed in 19th century. There is hardly much difference in the way they look. The collection also includes a Hong Kong dollar, and guess what? It is made of plastic, and that's why even after crushing it, the currency note remains intact. Pasha has around 4,000 coins and currency notes in his collection.
I have like Mughal emperor, currencies like the coins. I have like East India coins, I have like Mughal coins, I have most of the rulers who ruled our nation, like you talk about Tippu Sultan, you talk about Rani Chennamma and all Ashokas. So I have all those periods a bit of collectibles, either be a currency or either could be handwritten letters of the ancient languages. So I kind of collect them and try to find out more history about those collectibles.
Pasha is supported by his wife Vishaka Srinath, a former journalist whom he married 10 months ago. Vishaka, who is also a traveller, collects coins from various countries every time she visits a different country.
I actually started collecting each coin as a memory. So each coin holds a memory for me. See, when I've traveled so many countries, I hold one coin as a memory from that country. So it'll hold a lot of emotions, a lot of things related to that. It has no, it's actually priceless, but definitely has a value now if you see in the international market.
Pasha's collection of postal stamps is also unique, and it has some of the rarest stamps printed throughout the globe. Some of the stamps also have pictures of freedom fighters like Tippu Sultan. The collection also includes a stamp printed during the tenure of the East India Company in India. This tiny postcard, which Pasha claims to be the first postcard printed by the East India Company in India, adds to the collection of stamps. The huge collection comprises of over 4,000 stamps. Pasha says that he is still trying to find out the origin of some of these stamps.
I have like East India first postcard which was introduced by East India Company in India. I have that, and I have like one of the first editions of stamps which was released by our Indian government. And I have all the issues like Olympic issues, the agricultural issues, the sports issues, the achievement issues, the Indian freedom fighter issues. At the moment I have like more than 3,000 to 4,000 number of stamps, and it has like everything. You talk about history, you talk about any issues, annual issues, agriculture, freedom fighters, everything about each and every country, in fact, not only India.
Pasha's wife Vishaka helps him to identify and get his collectibles assessed by shipping them to the Asiatic Society in London. However, she also looks after the maintenance of the entire collection.
I actually catalog them so that we don't have to keep looking for, a certain, for example, stamps. You need to keep them in a certain way. You need to handle them with a lot of care, and so I'm helping him with that. And I generally do research. If you ask me, I don't handle the materials as such, but I generally look online. I contact London. I contact some countries just to figure, whether how unique and how much warranty can we get on this piece.
Visitors from all over the world visit Pasha to get a glimpse of his collection. Pasha says that people come often and are attracted to the collection.
I have like many people who come more often. Whenever they start, they always find something new, something interesting. They bump into new segment of collectibles, like either be books, either be comics, either be stamps. They feel more inspired.
Many youngsters from the city also prefer spending their weekends with Pasha's collection. Ahmed, an employee with an MNC, is usually seen spending his weekends reading books here.
I come on every weekend. I mean, I have a Saturday and Sunday off at my office, so I come here and I pick up any random book and start studying. Either it's comic, novel, and any other book. Its collection is tremendous and awesome. I mean, you can find any book under any rack. Like you name it, you'll find it. I mean, any of the ancient times, even his collection on comics, it's rarest. I mean, the first edition comics are, you will not find it anywhere but with him.
Pasha expresses his interest in sharing the collection by organizing an exhibition. He says that if given a chance, he would like to educate people about his collection.
If anyone approaches me to display my collection, I would be the proudest person to, display my collection and, talk about, things that I have to offer. As in like to display and share my experiences, share experiences about the collectibles and the history and, I would be happy. I mean, I'm not looking at like any, I feel like more of like a social work. I mean, it's like, I feel proud being part of it. It's because like, if I share more knowledge and if the knowledge is being utilized for a better cause for the society, that itself is a big achievement for me.
Pasha also aims at making an art gallery to display his collection so that people from all walks of life can get a chance to witness the unique cultures of various countries that have been expressed through books, postal stamps and currency.
The biggest challenge and the dream that I have to achieve is to have a gallery which offers almost everything. You talk about like history, you talk about the future, you talk about any country, any religion, you talk about the world wars, you talk about the newspapers, you talk about currencies, anything to do with any subject. So that's the aim that I'm looking at, and I'm also doing my best as much as I could, gather money from our earnings to have a gallery in Karnataka, Bangalore, to offer all sort of people to, access any kind of book that they are passionate about.
There is something else that makes Pasha special. Believe it or not, Pasha belongs to the 6th generation of the Tippu Hyder Ali family of Mysore rulers. According to Pasha, his grandfather Tippu Sahib was the grandson of Hyder Ali.
When I was 12 years old, I had a doubt. Why is my name named Tippu? And I had a couple of questions in mind, and I had to get answer on my own. Then I started questioning my dad, and my dad is Tippu Shahin Pasha. Then I started, asking my grandpa name. His name is Tippu Sahib. So Tippu has been a family name, and we are descendant to Tippu's family, and I'm the 10th or 11th generation. And there are a lot of scholars who do a lot of research on the family tree, and they've been following up with me, and they try to relate a lot of things with the Tippu Sultan's family.
Well, if you're interested in books, coins, currency notes and postal stamps, then Pasha's Godown at Jayanagar is the best place for you to spend time. Chaitanya Mangure for News 9 Bengaluru.